Imagine a wind turbine that doesn't just make power, it saves it for later. Meet Ocean Hydro Omni. Out in the open ocean, there's a machine quietly solving one of wind energy's biggest headaches. It's called Ocean Hydro Omni, and it's not your typical turbine. Instead of the usual blades, it uses a spinning vertical rotor, kind of like a tall column twisting in the wind. Some versions even swap that out for a giant kite flying high above the sea, soaking up stronger winds way up there. Here's the clever part. Most wind systems send power straight to the grid the moment it's made. But wind doesn't always blow when we need electricity most. So this system stores the extra energy underwater, using pressure and gravity, almost like a giant underwater battery. When demand rises, it releases that stored power right when it's needed. The kite version alone is massive, over 4,000 square feet, flying up to a quarter mile above the ocean. It can store enough energy for tens of thousands of homes, recharging in just a few minutes. It's not just clean energy. It's clean energy on demand. Curious how this could change offshore power forever? Stick around, because the ocean's not done surprising us yet. No problem. This drone takes off like a helicopter, and flies like nothing you've seen before. Meet the Delta Black Raider 330. A next-gen military drone built for missions where regular aircraft simply can't go. Here's the game changer. It doesn't need a runway. Thanks to its hybrid electric engine and vertical takeoff system, this thing can launch from a ship deck, a remote outpost, or basically anywhere flat enough to stand on. But it's not just about takeoff. The Raider 330 is built to do it all: spying, scouting, hauling supplies, even specialized combat support. All with a payload system that adapts to the mission at hand. And here's the real magic. Smart autonomous tech lets it navigate tricky terrain and stay connected even when signals get scrambled. Combine that with serious range, heavy lift capability, and the freedom to launch from almost anywhere, and you've got a machine that's redefining what military drones can do. This isn't just an upgrade. It's the future of tactical aviation. Want more breakdowns like this? Hit subscribe. The next one might blow your mind even more. One drone, zero limits. There's a company called Cognify. But the facility? It doesn't actually exist. Here's the strange truth. You've probably seen the name Cognify somewhere online. Maybe you're picturing a huge research campus, a high-tech lab, or some secret AI headquarters. Here's the twist. That place doesn't exist. We dug through everything we could find, and there's no single official building, plant, or campus called the Cognify facility. No records, no verified address, nothing. So what's actually going on? Turns out, Cognify isn't one company at all. It's a name several completely different businesses have picked up and made their own. There's a telehealth service using it for concussion care. A mental health counseling platform uses it too. A business tech company in Detroit runs under the same name. Add in a few analytics and AI brands, and you've got total chaos. Each one uses Cognify purely as a brand, a name on a logo, not a place on a map. That's why searching for it feels like chasing a ghost. So next time you hear Cognify, don't picture a building. Picture a name, borrowed again and again. Which Cognify did you think of first? Drop it below. Ever tried sleeping in a hot, stuffy tent? Or freezing your butt off at 3 a.m.? Yeah, camping comfort just got a serious upgrade. Meet the Zero Breeze Mark III, basically a mini air conditioner and heater that fits right in your camping gear. This thing keeps you cool when it's blazing hot, and warm when it's freezing cold. It's got several modes, so whether you want a quick blast of cool air, a gentle setting to help you sleep, just a fan to keep air moving, a drying mode for damp gear, or full-on heat, it's all there with one tap. Here's the clever part. It uses a dual hose system to pull in fresh air and push out the hot air, so it actually works like a real AC unit, not just a fan blowing warm air around. And get this, it only needs about 500 watts to run, so it won't drain your battery setup in an hour. What if your house looked like it landed from another planet, and cost less than a used car? Meet the Space Capsule House G70F. It looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but this thing is real, and you can actually live in it. The shell is shaped like an aerodynamic pod, built from the same tough aerospace materials used in spacecraft. That means it's lightweight, weatherproof, and built to last through pretty much anything nature throws at it. Step inside, and it feels less like a house and more like the cockpit of a spaceship. Built-in LED lighting sets the mood. Climate control keeps things comfortable. And you can even control parts of it with just your voice. Storage is cleverly tucked away out of sight, and the bed folds right into the space when you don't need it, so nothing feels cramped. Here's the real shocker though. All of this comes in at around $45,000. That's a fraction of what a traditional home costs. Drop it in a desert, tuck it into a forest, or place it on a city rooftop. The G70F proves tiny living doesn't mean giving anything up. Would you actually live in one of these? Let me know below. Because the future of home isn't coming, it's already parked outside. Imagine a car with no steering wheel, no driver, and no emissions. Meet the future of city travel. This is the Continental B, and it might just change the way we move through cities forever. Picture this. A small, smart car that drives itself through busy streets, dodges obstacles, and keeps you safe, all without anyone touching the wheel. No stress, no traffic anxiety, just you, sitting back and enjoying the ride. The B is packed with advanced sensors and AI that constantly read the road in real time. It sees what's coming before you even notice it. And because it's fully electric, there's zero tailpipe pollution, just clean, quiet, efficient travel. Its compact size makes it perfect for crowded, tight city spaces where bigger cars struggle to fit. Think of it like a smart bee buzzing through a busy hive, small, quick, and always finding its way. This isn't just a concept. It's a glimpse into how smart cities might solve short-distance travel, blending safety, sustainability, and cutting-edge tech into one sleek package. If self-driving, zero-emission city cars excite you, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. The future of transportation isn't coming, it's already parked outside your door. Imagine your phone dying during a storm, with zero power in sight. This tiny folding panel could save the day. Meet the ES 30-watt solar panel, small, light, and built for real life. It's thin enough to slip into a backpack, but tough enough to handle almost anything you throw at it. This thing is waterproof and dustproof, so rain or dirt won't slow it down. It even works with all kinds of devices, so you're not stuck fumbling with adapters. What really sets it apart is the folding design. Unfold it in seconds, and you're ready to charge, perfect for hikers, campers, or anyone who loves the outdoors. And when emergencies hit, like storms or power outages, this panel becomes a lifesaver, giving you a reliable way to stay connected. The surface is coated with a special protective film, shielding it from acid rain and salty water. So whether you're near the ocean or caught in bad weather, it keeps working. Underneath, there's a sturdy X-shaped aluminum frame. It's scratch-resistant, rust-proof, and built to last through years of adventures. What if your daily commute could skip traffic entirely, by flying straight over it? Meet the Go VTOL, a two-seat electric aircraft built for city skies. It takes off and lands straight up, no runway needed. 4 electric motors push it to speeds of 150 miles per hour, with a range of 200 miles on a single charge. Safety comes first here. It's got a built-in parachute and a backup flight control system, just in case. Right now, it's still in development, but GAC Automobile Group is aiming to launch it within the next few years, priced around $150,000. If this takes off, literally, city travel could look completely different. Would you fly one? What if a plane could fly sideways, hover like a drone, and still feel like flying a car? Meet the aircraft built to do exactly that. This is the Cruise Up, a bold new concept from Cycle Tech. It's a 2-seat flying vehicle, built for quick hops across town, and it's unlike anything else out there. The secret is its unusual propulsion system, something Cycle Tech has spent years perfecting. Originally used in boats, these spinning thrust units use special blades that tilt as they rotate, giving incredible control in the air. Instead of traditional propellers, the Cruise Up uses this cyclic rotor tech to move smoothly through the sky. It's efficient, agile, and unlike anything on the road or in the air today. What if your bike could carry your bedroom, kitchen, and shop. All at once. Meet the Scout e-bike camper, a tiny home on wheels, built for one, made for adventure. This little trailer hooks right onto your bike and gives you a cozy spot to crash after a long day of riding. Inside, you've got 3 storage compartments to keep your gear organized, and a bed that's 75 inches long and 35 inches wide. Plenty of room to stretch out and actually sleep well. Here's the best part. It only weighs 104 pounds. What if your next delivery never touched a single road, because it traveled underground instead? Imagine this. No traffic, no exhaust, no delays. Just your package, gliding through a tunnel beneath the city. That's Magway. Here's how it works. Instead of trucks fighting through traffic, Magway uses small electric pods that run on magnets, moving through underground tunnels. No engine noise, no fumes, just clean, quiet motion. These pods can hit speeds of 37 miles per hour, zipping packages across town faster than a truck stuck at a red light. And since everything runs underground, there's no congestion slowing things down. The best part? It's completely automated. No drivers, no human error, just a smooth, reliable system built for speed and safety. Think about it. Your online order, your groceries, that last-minute gift. All moving beneath your feet, invisible and effortless. As cities get busier, solutions like this aren't just nice to have. They're necessary. Curious how this could reshape your city? Stick around, because delivery is about to change forever. If this blew your mind, imagine what's coming next. Imagine sleeping on the ocean, in a floating pearl worth more than your house. Here's something wild. The pearl suites actually float on water, shaped and styled like a glowing pearl. That's the whole idea here. Pure elegance meets pure luxury. Step inside and you're wrapped in calm. It's peaceful, it's private, and it blends right into nature like it was always meant to be there. The design? Sleek and modern, with huge windows so you're staring straight out at endless ocean views. Every detail feels premium. Spacious rooms, top-tier amenities, the kind of comfort you'd expect from a 5-star resort. But here's the twist. The Pearl Suites are eco-friendly too. What if you could stand inside a glass dome, floating above the clouds, with the entire sky wrapped around you? That's the idea behind the aircraft Skydeck, a wild new concept from Windspeed Technologies. It's basically a clear, dome-shaped pod built right on top of a plane. You'd reach it by elevator or a staircase, and once you're up there, you get a full 360-degree view of the sky. No walls blocking your view. No tiny window seat, just open sky in every direction. Imagine flying over a glowing city at night, lights stretching for miles below you. Or crossing an ocean at sunset, with orange and pink filling the entire horizon. Shipping just got a green makeover, and it might save the entire ocean. Picture the ships that carry almost everything you own, crossing oceans every single day. Now imagine those same ships running clean, smart, and fully sustainable by 2050. That's exactly what Wärtsilä is building. Their new carbon capture tech can cut CO2 emissions on existing ships by up to 70%. That's not a small tweak. That's a game changer for an industry that's struggled to go green for decades. But they're not stopping there. Wärtsilä is also developing engines that run on ammonia instead of traditional fuel, plus hybrid power systems and smart digital tools that keep entire fleets running at peak efficiency. At major maritime events around the world, they keep proving one thing: cutting emissions doesn't mean cutting performance. This is what the future of shipping actually looks like. Would you trust a ship powered by ammonia? Drop your thoughts below. The ocean's next chapter is being written right now. Imagine never needing help to stand up again. This suit does it for you. Meet the Walk-On Suit F1, a robotic exoskeleton built for people with paralysis. Here's the wild part. It walks itself over to your wheelchair, lines up, and locks on. No helper needed. That's huge. It only weighs 25 kilograms, but don't let that fool you. Powerful motors at the hips, knees, and ankles give it real strength. This lets paraplegics stand up, walk naturally, even climb stairs and dodge obstacles. How? Smart AI keeps you balanced, using built-in cameras and neural networks that react in real time. It's basically learning how to move with you. Made from lightweight carbon fiber, This suit gives people their independence back. Hands-free, smooth strides, real mobility. If you want to see innovation actually changing lives, follow along for more. This isn't just a machine. It's someone's first steps in years. What if your next power source could fold out of a shipping container in 5 hours flat? Meet the solar container, basically free energy in a box. It looks like a normal 20-foot shipping container, easy to move anywhere. But once it lands and gets set up, it transforms. A frame with a built-in rail system rolls out, and solar panels start unfolding one after another, all 240 of them. Stretched out, the panels run about 381 feet long, covering nearly 7,750 square feet. That's enough space to produce up to 140 kilowatts at peak output. And the whole setup? Done in around 5 hours. Here's the clever part. The container isn't just packaging. It's the sturdy base that holds everything together and keeps it protected. An electric conveyor pushes the panels outward so the container doesn't block the sun. Everything comes pre-wired, ready to connect straight to the inverter, though it can swap for a local one if regulations require it. One catch. If the power goes out, folding it back up needs outside power, like a generator or battery. Curious how fast solar tech is evolving. This is just the beginning. What if a MotoGP champion's craziest ride wasn't on the track, but parked outside his house? Meet Maverick Viñales, one of Spain's biggest MotoGP stars, and his nickname is literally MV12. Born in Figueras, Spain, back in January 1995, he turned pro in 2011 and came out swinging, grabbing 4 wins in his very first World Championship season. Just 2 years later, in 2013, he claimed the Moto3 world title. Then in 2015, he stepped up to MotoGP with Team Suzuki X-Star, and it didn't take long before he was winning. His first MotoGP victory came at the 2016 British GP. When he signed with movie star Yamaha in 2017, he opened the season with back-to-back wins. There were bumps along the way, sure, but he kept proving he was a serious threat on the track. But here's the twist: off the track, Viñales is just as famous for his motorhome. It's called the MV12, and it's basically a 2-story home on wheels, loaded with luxury and cutting-edge tech most people would never expect. What if a flying sphere could replace planes, ambulances, and delivery trucks, all at once? Meet the Orb Nomad. It's not your typical aircraft. This thing is shaped like a giant ball, and that odd design is actually its biggest strength. Because it's round, it slices through the air more smoothly. That means longer flights using less power. It's also way more stable, so it's easier to fly, even in busy city skies. 4 electric motors, 1 battery pack, and boom, up to 500 miles of range. 1,900 horsepower. 0 emissions. A car built for a game that just broke into the real world. Xiaomi just dropped something wild. The Vision Gran Turismo. This isn't your average concept car. It's an all-electric beast with a jaw-dropping 1,900 horsepower, wrapped in a sleek, teardrop-shaped body designed to slice through the air like a blade. Every curve has a purpose. The shape cuts drag to almost nothing while still pressing the car down onto the road for insane cornering grip. Even the wheels are special. Magnetic covers snap on to help cool the brakes, then pop off when they're not needed. Inside, it feels like stepping into a spaceship. What if I told you the US government built a real flying saucer? And it actually flew back in the 1960s. The US military had a wild idea. Build a flying saucer. This wasn't fiction. It was real. It was called the Lenticular Re-Entry Vehicle, but forget the fancy name. Think of it as a man-made UFO. The plan? Strap this disc-shaped spacecraft onto a giant Titan III rocket, launch it into orbit, and let it circle the planet for weeks. Inside, 4 crew members would carry nuclear weapons and spy gear, quietly watching the world below. When it was time to come home, the saucer would drop out of orbit, blaze through the atmosphere at hypersonic speed, and land belly first on a dry desert lake bed. Just like classic UFO sightings. The idea borrowed from earlier failed designs, like flying wing planes. Eventually, treaties and rising costs killed the project. But its strange saucer shape lived on. When the files were declassified in 2000, they reignited decades of alien conspiracy theories. Turns out, some UFOs might have just been us. Want more stories stranger than fiction? Hit subscribe, because sometimes, truth really does fly saucer-shaped. What if your car and your bike had a baby, and it cost less than 4,000 euros? Meet the Car e-bike Mark -1, and yes, it's exactly what it looks like. This thing is a fully enclosed electric bike that gives you the cozy feel of sitting in a car while still getting all the freedom of cycling. It's not a car, it's not a regular bike. It's something in between, and honestly, it might be the smartest way to get around town. One charge takes you up to 100 kilometers. That's your whole week of commuting handled without touching a fuel pump. The ride is smooth too. We're talking car-grade suspension soaking up every bump, plus hydraulic disc brakes keeping you in full control no matter the weather. Want to level it up? You can add a solar panel to charge on the go, heated seats for those cold mornings, and app-based GPS tracking so you always know where your ride is. All of this for under 4,000 euros. If you've been waiting for a smarter, greener way to commute, this might just be it. Drop a comment below. Would you daily drive this thing? The future of commuting just got a lot more interesting. This robot lifts 40 kilos, charges itself, gets back up after falling, and it's not from Boston Dynamics. Meet Motion 2, a humanoid robot built by Vietnam's Vin Group, and it's designed for the real world, not just a lab. This machine is made for factories, warehouses, and service operations where things actually need to get done. It can lift up to 40 kilograms while staying perfectly balanced, thanks to smart body control and powerful upgraded joints. It runs AI directly on the device using Qualcomm's latest chip, so it thinks fast without needing a constant internet connection. Falls down? It gets back up. Battery low? It walks itself to the charger. This robot lifts 10 kilos, sees in 360 degrees, and thinks with AI in real time. Meet the machine that just made sci-fi look slow. Meet the Galaxia R1 Pro, a full-sized humanoid robot built for the real world, not a lab showcase. Standing 1.7 meters tall, it comes with 2 arms that move in 26 different ways. The grippers are strong enough to pick up 10 kilograms, so yes, it can handle serious work. The brain behind it? An NVIDIA chip that processes 200 trillion operations per second. That means it thinks fast, reacts fast, and works autonomously. It sees everything: front, sides, depth, full 360-degree awareness. Nothing sneaks up on this thing. You can even control it remotely using VR with millimeter-level precision. What if your car could fly over traffic? Right now, in 2026. Meet the Renault Air 4, and it's not science fiction anymore. This thing drives on roads, then lifts into the sky in seconds. 4 silent electric motors power it. A super lightweight carbon fiber body keeps it agile. Imagine skipping rush hour completely, gliding above the city, landing wherever you want. This robot just replaced soldiers on the battlefield, and it can do things humans simply can't. Meet the Bagaats 6x6, a fully unmanned ground vehicle built by Turkish defense company Electrolan Defense. And this thing is seriously impressive. What makes it stand out? It's modular. That means you can swap out its setup depending on the mission. Need it for military ops? Done. Civilian use? Also done. One vehicle, endless possibilities. But here's where it gets wild. The Bagaats 6x6 can be fitted with a remote-controlled stretcher system, meaning it can drive straight into a dangerous zone, pick up an injured soldier, and bring them back to safety. No human rescuer has to risk their life. That alone is a game changer. And it doesn't stop there. This robot can also run reconnaissance missions, handle surveillance duties, and even deal with explosive devices, all without putting a single person in harm's way. It's fast, adaptable, and built for the scenarios humans really shouldn't be walking into. The future of defense isn't just smarter weapons, it's smarter protection. If you want to see more cutting-edge military tech like this, hit subscribe and stay locked in. Imagine a submarine with no crew, no captain, and no one steering it. Yet it can outsmart entire navies underwater. Meet the Lamprey, Lockheed Martin's newest underwater machine, and it's unlike anything we've seen before. This isn't your typical submarine. It's a fully autonomous vehicle, which means no human is on board or controlling it in real time. It can dive into deep, risky waters and carry out missions completely on its own. Here's the cool part. Inside, it's built like a toolbox. Engineers can swap out its internal gear depending on the job, whether that's sensors, surveillance equipment, or specialized tools. One vehicle, endless possibilities. It's also built to stay hidden. It moves quietly, blends into the ocean, and can stay out there gathering information for long stretches of time. Sometimes it acts like a scout. Other times, it's a decoy. Other times, it becomes a serious strategic tool for protecting sea routes. If this is what's arriving in 2026, autonomous ocean tech is about to change everything we know about naval power. This tiny robot has feelings, and it's watching you right now. Meet the Emo AIBI Pocket Pet, a little robot with a big personality. This thing fits in your pocket, but don't let the size fool you. It's packed with an AI camera, voice recognition, and facial tracking, meaning it literally sees you, hears you, and reacts to you in real time. Those expressive digital eyes? They show emotions: happy, curious, surprised. This little guy responds to what's happening around it like a real companion would. Sit it on your desk or toss it in your bag. It travels with you, and while it's being adorable, it's also pulling its weight, sending reminders, setting alarms, giving you weather updates, all through cute animations instead of boring notifications. Connect it online and it jumps into full conversations using AI. Like having a tiny, always-on companion who actually gets you. AI isn't just on screens anymore. It's sitting right next to you. If that blew your mind, hit subscribe. More wild tech coming every week. What if a single plane could swallow an entire moon rocket whole? Imagine an aircraft so massive it could swallow an entire moon rocket stage whole. That's exactly what Howard dreamed up back in the 1960s. His challenge? Getting giant Saturn V rocket parts across the country without floating them slowly through the Panama Canal on barges. Howard's solution was wild. He designed a massive double-deck biplane, something straight out of science fiction. Picture two wings stacked on top of each other, a cockpit sitting way up high, and doors in the nose that opened up 40 feet wide, like a giant clamshell, ready to gulp down entire rocket sections. Powering this beast were 8 to 10 roaring turboprop engines, enough raw power to lift moon rocket pieces off the ground and fly them cross-country in a single hop. Howard didn't just sketch this idea either. He actually built a remote control model and tested it in a wind tunnel, and it flew. But here's the twist. NASA and the Air Force's red tape killed the project before a real prototype ever left the ground. Still, it remains one of the space race's most incredible untold stories. If wild aviation history like this gets your gears turning, stick around, there's more where that came from. A robot with legs like a spider. That turns into a wheelchair, a scooter, or a stretcher. Meet Suzuki's wildest idea yet. Suzuki just showed off something that looks straight out of science fiction. It's called the Mach-Ball, and it's part robot, part vehicle, all wild. Instead of regular wheels, it walks on 4 bendy, leg-like limbs, each one tipped with a small wheel. That means it can roll smoothly down a sidewalk, then just as easily climb stairs or crawl over rocky, uneven ground. No other ride does both. But here's the real twist. This thing isn't locked into one shape. Flip a switch and it becomes a standing scooter. Reconfigure it again, and it's a seat you ride in. Need something more supportive? It turns into a wheelchair or even a stretcher for emergencies. Suzuki says it could hit speeds near 32 kilometers an hour and travel about 80 kilometers on a charge. Just remember, this is still a prototype, so nothing's locked in yet. If Suzuki pulls this off, it could change mobility forever, especially for people who need it most. What would you use it for? Drop your thoughts below, because sometimes, the future doesn't roll, it walks. What if the secret to walking again was learning to move like a horse? Imagine sitting on a machine that moves exactly like a real horse, except it's a robot, and it's helping people learn to walk again. That's Intelligent Motion Herobe. It's a robotic rehab system built for people recovering from neurological conditions like strokes or spinal injuries, and it works by copying the natural, multi-directional movement of a horse's gait. Here's why that matters. Riding a horse has been used in therapy for years because the motion forces your core to constantly adjust, building balance and control naturally. But real horseback therapy comes with real risks: falls, unpredictability, limited access. Herobe fixes that. It gives patients the same benefits in a safe, fully controlled setting. Patients sit in a comfortable saddle-style seat while sensors track their movement in real time, adjusting therapy to fit their exact needs, even in the earliest stages of recovery. It even uses virtual reality to keep sessions engaging instead of feeling like a chore. The result? Stronger core muscles, better posture, sharper coordination, and a much lower risk of injury. Recovery might have just found its most unexpected teacher. Forget everything you know about flying cars. This one doesn't even need a runway. Meet the Airage A868, and yes, it's built to fly you across cities, not just drive you through them. This isn't some sci-fi concept either. It's a real hybrid electric flying taxi from Xpeng's Airage division, and it's designed to actually work in the real world. Here's the clever part. Instead of needing a long runway like a plane, it uses tilting rotors. That means it can lift straight up like a helicopter, then rotate its propellers forward for speed once it's airborne. What if your car looked like a video game, and flying felt like sitting in a 5-star hotel? Stick around, because the future just got weird, in the best way. Picture this. A tiny 2-seater car with a see-through shell, like something out of a gaming PC. No steering wheel, you just grab your phone, and the seats practically float around you. That's the MG Maze, a concept car built purely to test wild ideas. It's not for sale, but cars like this shape what we drive years from now. Now zoom out to entire cities. Skyway tech could slash transport costs by up to 1,800% compared to traditional monorails, using way less steel and concrete, and barely touching the ground it's built on. One project came in around just $300 million, a fraction of normal transit costs. This tiny robot just made me feel guilty for leaving the house. Meet Vector, a palm-sized robot that actually has a personality. This little guy isn't just a gadget sitting on your shelf. He's always on, always aware, and always ready to interact. Vector uses a built-in HD camera to recognize your face, 4 microphones to hear you from across the room, and touch sensors that make him react when you pet him or pick him up. Ask him a question, he answers. Want the weather? Done. Need a timer set or a quick photo taken? Vector's got you. And when he's done helping, he drives himself back to his charging dock. No reminders needed. What makes him genuinely different is that he feels alive. His little animated face reacts, he explores on his own, and he avoids bumping into things like he actually cares about your furniture. He's not just a robot, he's the world's smallest roommate. If that sounds like something your home needs, drop a comment below. Would you get one? These glasses know where you're going, translate what you're hearing, and show you everything, without anyone around you seeing a thing. Smart glasses just got a serious upgrade. The Meta Ray-Ban display smart glasses don't just sit on your face, they work for you. Unlike older smart glasses that only played audio or snapped photos, these have a full-color display built right into the lens. Only you can see it. Directions, messages, live captions, real-time translations, AI replies, all floating quietly in your line of sight, invisible to everyone else. Controlling it? Easy. Use your voice, tap the frame, or slide on the Meta Neural Band, a wrist controller that reads your hand gestures through EMG sensors. Scroll and select without lifting a finger. You also get a high-res camera, open ear speakers, and clean multi-mic audio, all wrapped in that classic Ray-Ban look. Lightweight, stylish, and prescription-ready. At $799, this is wearable tech that actually fits your life. What if a mask could literally read your brain and put you to sleep faster? Meet the Dream Pilot. A sleep mask that's basically a brain coach for your nights. Here's how it works. It reads your brainwaves in real time and figures out exactly where your sleep is breaking down. Then it quietly steps in, using soft sounds, gentle warmth, light vibration, and mild stimulation, to guide your brain toward deeper rest. No pills, no guesswork. The design is fully blacked out, featherlight, and comfortable enough to wear all night, at home or on a plane. One tap to start. Connect to the app for personalized sleep insights. Zero complicated setup. This isn't just an eye mask. It's the closest thing to a sleep upgrade your brain has ever had. This yacht doesn't just turn heads, it stops them cold. Meet the Hansa 590, a sailing yacht that redefines what it means to be out on the open water. From the moment you see it, you know this isn't your average boat. The sleek carbon composite hull, that bold reverse bow, and a wide, stable beam give it a look that's both aggressive and elegant. It cuts through the water like it owns it. Now step into the cockpit. It's massive, and it comes with the largest shade system in its class, so whether you're relaxing under the sun or hosting friends at sea, you've got the perfect spot to do it. Head below deck, and it only gets better. You're looking at 3 to 5 cabins and up to 4 bathrooms. That's real comfort. That's your home, just floating. Solo sailor? Weekend cruiser? Big family adventure? The Hansa 590 handles all of it without breaking a sweat. This is what sailing was always supposed to feel like: effortless, beautiful, and completely unforgettable. If this is your kind of yacht, hit subscribe. We find the best ones so you don't have to. This machine lays perfectly flat concrete, without a single manual grade check. Meet the Lichtshine LS120, a compact laser screed built to take the guesswork out of concrete finishing. This machine has 17 years of engineering behind it, and it shows. It uses a laser-guided system to automatically level concrete to an exact grade, flat, sloped, or dual-sloped. Every single time. The 8-foot screed head sits on a 16-foot boom, giving you solid coverage without sacrificing control. What if your car never needed a charging station, ever? The Aptera Solar EV doesn't look like any car you've seen before, and that's exactly the point. Instead of copying traditional car design, Aptera built something completely different. It has 3 wheels, an ultra-sleek body, and every single curve is shaped to cut through air as smoothly as possible. The result? A driving range that can stretch anywhere from a few hundred miles to nearly 1,000, depending on which battery you choose. But here's the part that changes everything. Aptera has built-in solar panels that charge the car using nothing but sunlight. Just park it outside, and you're already gaining miles back. Inside, it's a 2-seater, clean, minimal, and surprisingly comfortable. And don't let the efficiency fool you. This thing can move. Aptera isn't just an electric car. It's a vision of driving that runs on sunshine. If that's the future, I'm ready for it. Drop a comment below. Would you daily drive a solar-powered car? What if your 6-hour drive turned into a 30-minute blur, or your car just took off into the sky? Imagine hopping into a pod, sealing the doors, and blasting through a tube with almost no air resistance. That's the idea behind Virgin Hyperloop. Using electric power and magnetic levitation, these pods could hit speeds up to 670 miles per hour. Picture this. The drive from San Francisco to LA usually takes 6 hours. Hyperloop wants to shrink that down to just 30 minutes. That's not a typo. The goal is simple. Get people where they're going faster, cleaner, and safer than ever before. Pricing isn't locked in yet, but early estimates suggest it could compete with plane tickets and high-speed trains. Don't expect to ride one tomorrow though. Passenger service is aiming for sometime in the 2030s, once safety approvals are locked down. Now flip to the skies. Meet the Bellwether ORX, nicknamed Volar. It's a sleek, wingless aircraft built for city hopping, seating 3 people and gliding smoothly between ground and air travel. What if a house could be built without a single bricklayer? Meet API's Core, a company that's basically teaching robots to build houses. Instead of bricks, cement mixers, and months of backbreaking labor, they use a mobile 3D printer that prints entire walls right on site. Yes, printed, like a giant robotic arm laying down concrete, layer by layer, following a digital blueprint. No wooden molds, no piles of wasted material, no small army of workers hauling supplies all day. Just precision, speed, and a machine that knows exactly where every drop of concrete needs to go. And this isn't some lab experiment. API's Core has already printed real, livable buildings in different countries, including some that broke world records for speed. This tech is stepping in right when the construction industry is struggling to find enough workers, offering a faster, smarter way to build homes and offices alike. They built floating solar panels on a lake in Albania, and it's changing how we think about clean energy forever. Imagine giant solar panels, not on a rooftop, not in a field, but floating on water. That's exactly what's happening in Albania right now. A company called Ocean Sun, working with Statkraft, has placed 4 massive circular solar platforms on the Banja Reservoir. Each one stretches 70 meters wide. Together, they produce 2 megawatts of clean electricity. Here's what makes them special. Instead of heavy, expensive frames, these floaters use a thin, flexible plastic membrane to hold the solar panels. That design keeps the panels cooler, and cooler panels produce more energy. It also costs less to install. The whole system went live in 2022, and it's expected to generate around 3 gigawatt-hours of electricity every single year. That's enough to power thousands of homes from a lake. Clean energy isn't coming. It's already here, floating right in front of us. If this blew your mind, hit subscribe. We cover innovations that are quietly changing the world. What if your commute took 15 minutes, through the air? Meet the Alto Volo Sigma, and it's unlike anything you've seen before. This hybrid electric aircraft carries 3 passengers, handles up to 270 kilograms of payload, and squeezes into a footprint just 4.8 meters wide. Think of it as a flying car that actually makes sense. Under the hood, a patent-pending tilting jet propulsion system pumping out a jaw-dropping 1,608 horsepower. It cruises comfortably at 220 miles per hour, and can push all the way to 290. Most people have never heard of this trailer, but logistics companies are quietly obsessed with it. Meet the Pavelli STV Jazz, a semi-trailer that's turning heads in the transport world for all the right reasons. Now, details on this machine are still emerging. But here's what we do know, and it's impressive. The STV Jazz is built for one thing: versatility. Whether you're moving bulk cargo, timber, containers, or modular freight, this trailer is designed to handle it all without breaking a sweat. Think reinforced chassis, solid load securing points, full compatibility with heavy-duty towing trucks and tractors. It's built tough for real industrial work, not showroom floors. In logistics, flexibility isn't a bonus. It's everything. And that's exactly where the STV Jazz steps up. It's made for operations that need a trailer that adapts, performs, and keeps moving, no matter the load, no matter the route. The transport game is evolving fast, and the Pavelli STV Jazz might just be the piece that keeps you ahead. If powerful machinery is your thing, hit subscribe. We've got more coming. What if your aircraft could fly like a plane, hover like a helicopter, and switch fuel modes mid-air, all in one machine? Meet the ASAP hybrid helicopter. And it's unlike anything you've seen before. This thing was designed by just 4 student designers at ISD Valenciennes in France. 4 students. And they built something that looks straight out of a sci-fi movie. Here's what makes it wild. It combines the speed of a plane with the flexibility of a helicopter. It takes off vertically, flies horizontally, hovers in any direction, and can actually switch between electric and fuel power depending on conditions. Mid-flight, inside, you get a panoramic cockpit, a spacious cabin, and a fully high-tech interface. It's built for city travel, emergency response, and yes, pure fun. Is it for sale? Not yet, but expect a price tag around $1.5 million when it hits the market. What if your resort transfer felt like flying over water? Meet the Artemis EF-12 Escape, a boat that doesn't cruise through water. It rises above it, using Artemis's own foiling technology. It lifts clean off the surface, delivering a smooth, near-silent ride that feels nothing like a regular ferry. Top speed? 30 knots. Range? 52 nautical miles. Capacity? 12 passengers plus 2 crew. Resort transfers, completely reimagined. And it's not just fast, it's responsible. Built lighter to reduce its footprint and protect the coastlines and marine life you came to enjoy. What if you could strap on a jetpack and become a human airplane? Meet the Jetman. real humans who strap on jet-powered wingsuits and fly through the sky like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. This isn't CGI. This isn't a stunt reel. This is the Alpha Jetman team, a crew of highly skilled pilots who have spent years mastering one of the most insane forms of flight ever created. Here's how it works. They launch from helicopters or elevated platforms high above the ground. Then, using nothing but their body movements, they control their speed, their altitude, and their direction, mid-air. We're talking loops, rolls, full aerobatic maneuvers, all while flying at jaw-dropping speeds. And yes, their suits come equipped with a parachute, just in case things get a little too real. These guys have performed in front of audiences worldwide, and every single time, people lose their minds. If you think the future of human flight is sitting in a seat, think again. Hit follow, because we're just getting started. This robot lifts 40 kilos, picks itself up when it falls, and never needs a babysitter. Meet the Unitree AS2, a humanoid robot built not for labs, but for the real world. Created within the Vin Group ecosystem, it's designed to work in factories, warehouses, and service environments without constant supervision. It carries up to 40 kilograms while staying perfectly balanced, thanks to smart actuators and center of mass control. The onboard Qualcomm chip handles AI directly on device, no cloud dependency, so decisions happen fast. Fall over? It gets back up. Battery low? It walks itself to the charger. This one trailer can haul a massive powerline spool, and one person can deploy it alone. Here's how. Meet the Stu cable drum roller trailer, built for the crews laying power lines and telecom cables across tough, unpredictable terrain. The whole frame is forged from high-strength MC700 steel. That means it handles serious weight on highways and rough construction sites without breaking a sweat. And the best part? One person can run this thing solo. The electronic braking system keeps everything controlled at highway speeds. Need to park on uneven ground? The hydraulic landing arms lift and stabilize the load automatically, no guesswork. Hitching to different trucks isn't a problem either. The drawbar adjusts in height, and a self-supporting jockey wheel locks everything into place cleanly. Once the spool is loaded, heavy-duty ball-bearing roller shafts hold it firm during transit, no shifting, no damage. Payload starts at 6,000 kilograms and scales up to 13,000 kilograms gross weight, with custom configurations available on request. If your crew is moving heavy cable regularly, this trailer was built specifically for that job. Drop your required drum weight or delivery region in the comments, and I'll point you toward the right spec. What if your daily commute could just fly over traffic? Meet the GAC Govee AirCab, and yeah, it looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But this thing is real, and it's closer to your life than you think. It's built with 6 axes and 12 rotors, wrapped in over 90% aviation-grade carbon fiber. That's not just for show. It cuts the weight by 30%, so it flies smarter and uses way less energy doing it. It's fully electric too, cruises at 120 kilometers per hour, covers 30 kilometers on a single charge, and here's the wild part. Charging from empty to full takes just 25 minutes. Need a quick top-up? 50 to 100% in only 15 minutes. Level 4 autonomy means it's basically driving itself, backed by serious onboard computing, long-range sensors, and backup safety systems watching every second of the flight. What if trains could just fly over traffic? Imagine a train that doesn't touch the ground at all. That's the idea behind the Kawasaki Alice system, a wild transportation concept built for the future. Instead of rolling on tracks, these pods hang from cables high above the street, gliding along like something out of a sci-fi movie. And they're not slow, either. These pods are built for speed, aiming to beat regular trains in city traffic without breaking a sweat. Since they run on electric power, there's no exhaust, no extra cars clogging the roads, just cleaner air and smoother travel. What if your boat made zero noise, zero fumes, and still gave you the ride of your life? The Magonis Wave E550 is changing the way we think about boating. It looks stunning, runs clean, and leaves zero emissions behind. Under the hood, a cutting-edge electric motor, whisper quiet, buttery smooth, and completely guilt-free. The battery? It gives you up to 8 full hours on the water. That's an entire day of freedom. Whether you're after a peaceful sunset cruise or a heart-racing open water run, this boat delivers both. No noise, no fumes, just pure, electric adventure. The future of boating isn't coming, it's already here. And it looks like this. NASA just built a rover that could change everything about living on the moon. Meet the Lunar Outpost Eagle. The rover NASA is counting on to help humans actually work and live on the moon. It's built for NASA's Lunar Terrain Vehicle program and designed to support long-term missions as part of the Artemis program. And this thing has to be tough. We're talking extreme temperatures, intense radiation, and some of the roughest terrain you can imagine. The moon doesn't exactly roll out the welcome mat. But the Eagle is built for all of it. It can carry astronauts, haul cargo, and transport scientific gear far beyond where the spacecraft lands. And when there's no crew on board, it operates completely on its own. What makes it really impressive is how adaptable it is. From exploration runs to construction work to potential commercial operations on the lunar surface. It was built alongside top aerospace and automotive partners, and it signals something bigger. We're not just visiting the moon anymore. We're planning to stay. The Eagle isn't just a rover, it's the foundation of a future up there.